Lakota East last season, went 8-4, won their first ever playoff game, made it their first ever playoffs. And Coach Rick Haynes, congratulations. I mean, gosh, the 3 years, and to finally see all that come to fruition, it had to be very satisfying last fall.
Well, our kids put in a lot of work. We had a great senior class that provided a lot of leadership, and they worked really hard and bought into everything we did. And, it was nice to see them reap the rewards of their hard work and their efforts.
So this year, you talk about senior leadership. There's a lot of guys on the defensive side of the football. Who are these kids that are going to step up for us on this side of the football that we can look forward to seeing? I know Nate Mays, I think, is one of the kids that had 6 interceptions last year. Didn't even make the all-GMC team. I mean, that's tough when you get 6 interceptions and don't even get a snip. But who else can we look for on that side of the ball to step up?
Well, I think that's just a credit to how great our conference is when you have players like that. I think we're going to be much different than Coach Murphy talked about. We're going to have guys play both ways. Bobby's going to play both ways. We got a couple underclassmen. Our senior class is, they had we had a lot of kids that played JV last year as juniors and were successful, and so hopefully that'll carry over. Sam Stevenson played defensive line for us. He's a returning starter. Shane O'Connor played inside linebacker as a sophomore, is coming back. And so, we'll find out during 2-a-days. I think that's when you find out when you start hitting who's going to step up and who's going to be your leaders.
When you talk about having a lot of juniors playing at the JV level, is that a good thing or a bad thing that here they are, they're only going to have 1 year of senior experience? You talk about a kid like Shane O'Connor who's a starter as a sophomore, and he's gotten that experience already at the varsity level. Do you worry about that at all?
No, I don't worry about that at all. I think anytime you can get on the field and compete and play, I think that's a good thing. And anytime you can win and be successful and get in the habit of winning, I think that's a good thing. So, I could never understand why the GCL had a rule that juniors couldn't play on JV. I just thought that was stupid. So, I don't think that's a big deal at all.
Let's look at a little bit about your team and the GMC through the years. And you've been in this league a long time as an assistant at Coleraine. To me, I don't know if there's a better set of 10 coaches in the entire state. Talk about the level of coaching. You get a guy like Chad Murphy coming in here for his first year, but comes in here pretty polished.
I think over the years since I've been in there, every team that has hired a new coach, and this is no disrespect to the people that replaced have gotten better. I mean, Jason's doing a great job at Fairfield. Brian Kastner's done a great job at Mason. I'm sure Chad will do a great job at Hamilton. And so every week, not only are you playing against great players, but as coaches, you got to prepare against guys that really know what they're doing and are really great coaches. So, it's very competitive, and that's what you want to do. You want to compete against the best.
Before we get to your players, one last question. You guys tasted that playoff victory last year and had 2 games. Those extra 2 games also mean an awful lot as far as the extra time you get to play and practice and so forth. But when you look at the numbers now at the program and the boosters, and what's the vibe like now around the program, not only with the boosters, but with the players as well? What do you sense from them?
Well, I think they realize that when you put in the work and you buy into a system that you're going to reap the rewards. And I think our kids, the bar's been set, and I think they're going to try to reach those expectations every year.
Sounds good. Let's go over here to your left. Bobby Brown, the fine running back for the Thunderhawks. And Bobby, last season, 435 yards rushing, 292 receiving. Did a little bit of everything. Averaged 24 yards a catch out of the backfield. That's pretty impressive. And already have offers from Ohio and Kent State. That's got to be exciting for you. Talk about when you got those offers. What was that like the day those came through the mail?
It's very exciting. It really means a lot to me. I'm just thankful for everything.
Looking at your role here in 2013, what do you plan to do? Are you going to be carrying the ball more now that Will Mahone's gone and the other guys? So what do you see yourself in your role as being this fall?
I really play the same role as last year. We run a triple option, so I'm the last resort.
Well, the last resort with over 1,000 all-purpose yards, that's pretty impressive. And Bobby, when you talk about this offense, what do you like about it? You got some skills players coming back that are pretty good, but what do you like about what's coming back?
We have a lot of versatile backs. We have an upcoming back named Dave Schnall, who's very powerful. We have me and Nate Mays. we're two running backs that can catch very well.
Sounds good. Let's bring this all the way over into the corner, and we'll go down here to Jared LaRubio, and fine offensive lineman. Jared was a second-team All-Southwest District and a second-team All-Tri-State football performer in 2012, and on his way to the University of Kentucky. Is that correct? That's your verbal?
Yes, sir.
And that's pretty exciting. And you know, I want to talk a little bit about this. Covering 167 schools, I get to see a lot of these kids. And this class that's going to Kentucky with you is pretty outstanding. From Drew Barker at Conner High School, Dorian Hendricks, who I just think is an outstanding linebacker up in Wayne. Great kids. When you look at that class, was that a real deciding factor of who else was going there?
Yeah, it was, because there's a lot of great players going there, and we just want to start a new tradition of winning there.
And what was it like? I mean, when you went to visit there, what was it that really sold you?
I just felt really comfortable with the coaches and all the other players.
And even though you made that decision so fast, did you still attend camps this summer, and what'd you work on?
I didn't attend any camps this summer.
What'd you work on this summer to make you better?
I just worked on getting my feet faster, getting stronger in the weight room, and worked on my hip speed and pass blocking.
Well, let's go back here to your quarterback, and Eric Eichler. Eric had an outstanding season last year. He had over 20 combined touchdowns, I think 12 rushing, 10 passing, and an outstanding season, over 700 yards passing and 600 yards rushing. So congratulations on a great season. But, you know, it all starts up front. What's it like when you see Big Jared in front of you and knowing that he's out there, you can run behind that all day?
Yeah, it helps a lot. But I mean, it's a team effort, but I really like running behind him.
So, unlike Jared, I heard from your dad that you've been going to camps this summer. And what were you working on? What are college coaches telling you to want to play at the next level?
I did. I went to a lot of camps this summer. I just kind of wanted to work on passing, obviously, but just kind of throwing the ball harder, getting accurate. I thought I got a lot better over the summer.
With this triple option offense, and passing's not one of those things, when the pass happens, it's usually a surprising situation. A lot of short yardage touchdowns, short passing touchdowns. But with what you're doing, is coach going to let you throw the ball more? Do you think you're going to have a little more leniency this year?
Yeah. I hope so. But I think we will.
Well, talk about your receiving core. You got Bobby, you got Mays, and what's that all like?
Well, I mean, I've been working with these guys since like middle school. Me and Bobby have been working a lot. I've been playing with Nate since 5th grade, so I know them all pretty well.
Senior class, talk about those guys. I mean, what's it going to mean to you guys to finish strong and your place in Thunderhawk history?
It's really important to, finish the way you want to. We've been working hard. I think we deserve it. I think we're going to finish out really well.
There you go, guys. Let's give the Lakota East Thunderhawks a big round of applause, and looking for another trip to the playoffs in 2013. When we come back, I'll have the Lakota West Firebirds up on stage with me, and about 7:15, so we'll take a little short break and then enjoy yourselves, and we'll round up the evening.